What's up, Highland? We are here with Aaron Hefner with Smokehouse Jellies today. So welcome, Aaron.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, she is just a local business here in town in Highland where she makes all her products. So we're going to find out everything about Smokehouse Jellies, how they got started, and how you can get them. And they're amazing because we've had them. My wife loves them. So you're going to tell us why she loves them.
We're also going to taste these at some point.
Yes.
Not on the pod. On a live stream short video. So if you're anxious to see how we think about these, make sure you find that video as well.
The good news, Ryan, is they're actually going to see that before this ever comes out.
Good point. If you missed it.
So if you missed it, you can go back and look at sampling.
Yeah. I love free samples. So
yeah, Ryan likes anything free.
And I also like trying to make Joe test like dog food and stuff too. We've done that in the past.
Yeah, we had the patisserie treats, and Joe was the dog. So anyways, Aaron, let's just dive in. And what is a smokehouse jelly, first off? I would say, does everybody know what a smokehouse jelly even is?
No, actually a lot of people that come to farmers markets don't even know. They're like, oh, what is smoked pepper jelly? And that's what it is. It's smoked pepper jelly. And so we actually smoke real fruit and then like on a smoker on a barbecue grill. And then we make it into pepper jelly. We combine that with hot peppers, habaneros primarily, but sometimes jalapenos. And then we make it into jam.
Okay, so now has somebody, like, did you guys sample this somewhere that you're like, we need to start doing that? Or how did you decide to make jam out of smoked fruit?
Yeah, no, I didn't grow up making jam. My grandparents didn't teach me that. This is not like a family recipe that came down from generation.
Not a long lineage of jelly making.
Not at all. No, this was born out of COVID. We had lots of time at home. I was furloughed from my job, and my husband was work from home at the time, right after the COVID stay-at-home order. And so we decided we're going to go all out on a garden, and we had just a huge bumper crop of habaneros, like 5-gallon bucket full of habaneros. And what do you do with that? He is a pepper enthusiast and decided he wanted to try to grow from seed every type of pepper that he could get his hands on. So he was going to try his hand at hot sauce, and he was going to do, just experiment and do all kinds of stuff. We also had vegetables in the garden like normal families do, so it wasn't just hot peppers. But then, we ended up with that crop, and he was also barbecuing almost every weekend and really trying to hone his brisket smoking skill, and taking after Aaron Franklin with Franklin Barbecue from Texas, who he, tries to model himself after. So just, fun weekend stuff. We had more time at home, lots of cooking with the kids. And we ended up with all these habaneros, and he's like, I don't know what to do with these. What should we do? And so I said, I don't know. Let's start looking up recipes to do, make something with it. And so we ran across just a very basic pepper jelly recipe. And I was like, oh, we could do that. Most of them call for jalapenos. But I was like, well, we'll just change it. We'll edit it, whatever, make it our own. And he goes, well, what if we put the peppers on the smoker and then see what that does to it, and see, just experiment. So that's what we did, just trial and error, and then we thought, well, let's put some fruit on the smoker. And so the first one we ever did was our peach habanero. We put whole, fresh peaches, like cut them, in quarters and put them on the smoker. And they came out with like a smoke ring around it. Like if you ever do a brisket and you see a nice smoke ring.
Yeah.
And it had the same kind of effect on fruit. And he's like, well, that's really cool. And I'm like, yeah, that's really neat. So, we just combined them together and made our first batch, and we thought it tasted pretty good. So then we experimented some more and, made some other flavors and shared it with friends and family, and they were all like, you guys got something here.
Really?
So we eventually just decided we would make it fun with our friends, and so we'd have like little charcuterie nights and have blind taste testing. They were like, man, you guys yours is the best one, out of an array of store-bought things. So really, we just started doing it as a side hustle at the beginning. So that's kind of how we started. Yeah.
So is it? I guess with the combination, is this something that you can find a recipe on Pinterest, or was this something you guys have just really just started playing with and kind of your own creation?
The smoking part is our creation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else really do it. Not that, we can take credit completely for, smoking something or making, culinary arts is, ever changing, ever evolving, and everybody can, kind of borrow from other creators. But we don't know anything commercially wise, anybody else that's doing it. But for the main pepper jelly, recipe, we just kind of drafted ours off of a basic recipe, and then we got more into, because I didn't know how to can, so everything we do is water bathed. It's a canner, and so that was a whole new realm and whole new, different kind of industry that I had to learn about. I say but my husband and I, we did it together a lot at the very beginning, and we just went off of that and a basic like Ball pepper jelly recipe from Ball Canning Company, and then just adapted it to make it our own. And we had to change a few things with acidity and that kind of thing with the recipe. But yeah, that's how it came.
It's a cool story. You don't hear a whole lot of just pure like this just happened by accident, and here we are today.
How long of a time frame did it take as you were like, oh hey, I think we're on to something, to refining the final product, like as much testing?
When's the first time you sold something?
Yeah.
I think the first time we formed our LLC in 2022. So in the summer of 2020, really like end of the summer was when we really started just playing around with it. So I would say it took like 2 whole years for us to really hone that.
So 2020 was the year of testing and getting it tuned. 2021 was probably like all the friends saying, hey, this stuff's great. 2022 is LLC.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. 2021 is really, we're making it in batches, just having fun. We have a free weekend here and there. Oh, let's do mango habanero this time and see how that turns out. And then we would, he wanted to do one with Reaper peppers. And so we did a raspberry Reaper, which is, for those of you that don't know, is like super,
I was gonna say that's really hot, right? Do you guys still make that one?
Occasionally when we have some peppers, so we'll do like a limited edition drop of a super hot blend. But that's all him. He really loves the super hot stuff, and he likes experimenting with that.
So he just is a pepper enthusiast.
Yep,
he's one of those people like you see these pepper eating contests. Is he?
He's not quite there, but
he's in training.
He's in training. He does have a tradition of every first harvest. So every first habanero that comes off the plant, he eats whole. So that's his little tradition. I think he's crazy, but
I don't think that would do well for my body.
No, me either. It's like, okay, and we, my kids and I sit around the kitchen table and just watch him. Like, okay.
Does it make him sweat and
No, he's fine. Yeah.
Good for him, because I eat just a standard hot wing and I sweat sometimes. So the idea of just eating a pepper right off the thing. I don't think would go well.
Yeah, even jalapenos are, sometimes you'll get a super hot one, so you never can tell.
Is there a gardening secret to growing peppers? Is it a more difficult thing to grow?
No, I mean, peppers grow really well in this climate in the summertime. He has lots of gardening secrets.
Yeah.
This is one of the hobbies that he got very, very into. So from like soaking the seeds in black tea.
And you don't have to give away the secrets. And
it's a science, but it's not a perfect science. So because you still rely a lot on the weather, and but we bought a greenhouse to try to start peppers from seed, and so most of our peppers are still from our garden.
That's cool.
So yeah.
That's I just like hearing like these totally unique stories of how something came about. So now you're I guess 4 years into kind of selling, and this is what you do full time now.
It is, yeah. I was able to walk away from my job a couple of years ago. The business was getting more demanding, and we were selling more at markets, but then also trying to keep up our stock for markets. was getting too complicated to try to have both of us working full-time in St. Louis, and then still have time to make the product. And then we wanted to expand more. We wanted to go over, borders, like over the Illinois border. And to do that, you have to move into a commercial kitchen space. So yeah, we just expanded with it, with the demand. And, we're just kind of hoping that the growth would stay there if we just took the leap of faith, and it's provided. So
good for you guys for taking that leap, because that's a whole nother, thing in itself, not just making the product, but having enough trust in that this is going to take off.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of guts to go for it.
Yeah, it's definitely scary. And we, went back and forth for several months before we pulled the trigger. But yeah, ultimately.
So when did you move to the commercial space?
In 2024. I want to say March of 2024 is when we started cooking in the commercial kitchen. Mm-hmm. So we officially moved from a cottage food, which is like based out of our home, but you can only sell at local markets. You can't sell online, can't wholesale distribute. Those kind of, saw those as barriers. Like, if we really want to grow the business and not just do it at markets, we're going to have to expand, and we're going to have to, take that another leap of faith. So, we moved to a commercial kitchen. We rented from somebody in Granite for about a year and a half, and we just moved to a different commercial kitchen space in November. So that's been really good to us, and yeah.
Cool. Where's your commercial space at now?
Right now it's in Hartford.
Okay.
Little town right outside of Wood River. So just a little kitchen space, but it's really, it's great. It's got all the things we need for it. Two stoves, so I can do multiple batches at the same time, and so it's really, really great.
Very cool.
That is cool.
I like the fact that you guys have it's a niche product, being pepper. Not everybody can handle peppers, and the fact that you guys realize like the niche down, and also like to expand the borders instead of just the Highland area, the small Illinois surrounding that we have.
Yeah.
So smoked jelly. What is the most common use for? What do we got here? Blackberry and habanero jam.
Yeah.
So where do people use this? How do they use it? How do we eat it? Do I just take a spoonful?
You certainly can if you want to. Yeah, for sure. We like to tell our customers, it's smoky, sweet, and heat. So you're going to get all three of those flavors in one. When you taste it, that's exactly the order that you're going to get it in. It's going to hit you with a real barbecue smoke, because like I said, we smoke everything on the grill in Applewood on an offset smoker. The smoking process is, we just want to impart that smoke. It's not like we're adding a lot of heat to it, so it's really just to add that flavor in, but then you're not getting any of the chemicals from liquid smoke or, anything artificial. But then you're going to get the sweetness, because it is made with all real berries. So that's made with 100% real blackberries. Pounds and pounds of blackberries go into each batch, and then a little bit of kick on the back end, so you'll get just that little bit of spice. So for me, that one is perfect for charcuterie boards. So I put that with any meats, cheeses, but I also really like it on barbecue. So use it as like a barbecue sauce, like burgers, ribs, chicken.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you just use it as that's the only thing you use as the barbecue sauce, or do you mix some stuff with the to create a barbecue sauce?
You could certainly do either. We've done both of those things before. You can, if you want it. I mean, it is a jelly consistency, so or more jam consistency. It's smooth, but it does have pectin in it, so it's solid at room temperature. But we've put it on the stove and just added, just a little heat to it, just to get it more liquefied, and then you can brush it on to whatever you're making.
So did you bring burgers for us to try?
I did not.
Because that actually sounds. I haven't thought of doing that, but it sounds really good.
Sweet.
Yeah. Like a bacon cheeseburger with a little bit of that smoked jelly on there. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Mouth's watering right now.
And we tell our customers too, it's really great, because in the wintertime when you don't get out, outside to smoke or grill or do the things that you want to do, and you're missing that barbecue flavor, it's all in the jar there. So you're gonna get the reminiscent flavors of being outside in the barbecue, and enjoying whatever it is. Even if I love the pineapple one on bratwurst, so I'll have my husband, make bratwurst on the stove, and then I'll put some of the pineapple on top, and it's like it's summertime,
Nice. So, or if you don't got time to smoke something.
Right.
just throw it up on the propane grill and cook
Exactly.
it up real
Yeah.
quick, and then throw that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know these like little jars. Like my wife loves these. She loves charcuterie boards. All I have to say is charcuterie board, and she gets really excited. Oh, I get to make a charcuterie board. But I know like a lot. She puts them on. She always uses them on her boards whenever she has friends over or whatever, and everybody seems to love them. Like I said, those charcuterie stuff isn't my cup of tea. Like I'm just not a snacky person like that. But I love the idea of this being on a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, that really excites me because I'm
Yeah.
going to try that this week. I'm certain.
That's one thing that we have found. Like Ryan and I we're foodies. We're really passionate about food, and our slogan is "Elevate Your Next Bite." So in making this, we discovered like it is a great addition to anything that you make at home. Like even if you're just having chicken breasts and green beans or whatever. You can just glaze a little on and you're going to add so much flavor and impart, because no one wants to eat boring food. So even if you're not a cook, this is something that you can add to it. It's a condiment of sorts, but also just, we want people to experience, like, your food doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be bland. It shouldn't be, especially if you want to continue eating, especially for people who are in the fitness space too. Like, you want to continue eating well, but you also want to, be able to enjoy the foods that you have. And so we've created lots of recipes, and so we have those online and on our website so that people can, get curious and get in the kitchen and start exploring different ways to enjoy their food.
So now, how does somebody go about obtaining this? Where's the best place? Where can we get it locally? You mentioned online. I don't know if you guys are there yet.
Yeah.
Where can we buy it?
Yeah, we launched our website last fall. So I guess maybe the fall before that. We've been about a year. We've been online. So it's just smokehousejellies.com, and you can order online. We ship anywhere in the country, and we do local pickup and delivery. So local pickup in Highland is like a porch pickup. People can do that for free from our home, and then because we keep some stock there. And so we can do delivery to Edwardsville, local surrounding areas for a nominal fee. But then we also have it stocked at a couple places in town here. Cordy Meat Processing.
I was going to say, I've seen it at Cordy.
Yep. Myrtle and Grace also has it, the Chocolate Affair, and the Greenhouse of Highland.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So it's easy to find here in town.
Yep. We're in a
Especially
couple
for
other places too. So we're in Bagley Meat Market in Edwardsville, and then we're in a shop in Centralia, and I'm trying to think. There's another one down south I can't think of right now, and we're in one in Kansas, Overland Park, Kansas too.
Cool. So where do you see in 5 years, where do you see Smokehouse Jellies in 5 years from now?
Oh gosh. Well, my husband is hoping to quit his job anytime now.
Okay.
He would love that. That's his dream, is, just run the business full time with me and be able to, to step away from having to work full time and do this. So I think that's one goal. We would love to, just spread the word more. We've really enjoyed starting to go to trade shows. They're not really trade shows per se, but we go to the Pinners Conference, which is like a big, like Pinterest. So like lots of crafting, and we have a tent or a table there. So lots of vendors set up at those big shows, 100 plus vendors, and it's like a 2-day event. So we go to that one. We also did the One of a Kind show in Chicago, and we did their holiday market this year, so that was fun. So we enjoy doing those bigger shows, and I think we'd like to do that and travel more with the business. So that's hopefully on the horizon. So yeah.
Very cool.
Well, that's exciting, and really, I'm excited to get into the samples. I know Ryan's excited.
What's the most common?
What's most selling? Yeah, which one sells the
right
most?
there.
This is the highest selling, the blackberry and habanero jam.
Yep. So our blackberry is that won our first international flavor award. So we've won a couple of international flavor awards, and that one took second place in 2024.
Nice.
Since then, our peach habanero and strawberry habanero have took first place in separate competitions. And then our super hot, we had a raspberry ghost pepper. And that took first place in the extra hot category also.
Jeff said he's going to try that.
Yeah, I heard. That's what he said.
Did you bring one?
No.
Don't.
Oh, well, I would try one, but you didn't bring one, so sorry.
Joe's going to... What kind of time frame do we have?
Can you run over and get
Joe,
one?
try this jelly.
Yeah, we won't even tell them what it is.
We do also we started making a not hot jam, because we do have a number of customers that are like, oh, my husband would love this, but I don't like this, or, vice versa. So we wanted to make something that's approachable for everybody, but still have the same great smoke flavor. And so we've started offering limited edition batches without heat at all.
So how do you find out about the limited editions? Do people need to follow you on Facebook, your website? How do we find out about the drops? Yeah. On Facebook, we're at Smokehouse Jellies. Instagram, follow us there too. Go to our website, you'll see it there. Anytime we have a limited edition drop, we'll have it there. Our super hots that drop, I just made a new one. I guess I'll announce it here. I haven't even announced it on Facebook. Oh yeah, we're getting it first.
So we just did a smoked mango pineapple ghost.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that one's it's pretty hot. It's,
I know, so there's people out there that love super hot. I don't know if they actually love it or they just love the idea that they can actually handle it.
Yeah, I think both. We have customers that are both.
So
it all sounded good.
Once they hear something like,
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like that's automatically going to perk people up. Like I have to try it just to try to see if I can handle how hot this thing is.
Yeah.
Like it's like a fitness challenge for your mouth.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we know that's not for the masses.
Yeah.
This, our product that we do here are, blackberry pepper jelly, or, these that are in the sample pack. Those are we feel like they're for everybody. They're a little bit of heat. They're a good balance of flavor. That's great for pretty much any palate as a flavor enhancer. But the limited edition super hots, they're hot. But they're meant to be hot.
Yeah.
So I put, a pound of ghost peppers in each batch, and we do one batch at a time. It's truly small batch. So I get about 50 jars out of that mango pineapple ghost batch, and when it's gone, it's gone. So.
Can we think of something like to go viral of like the Dorito?
Yeah, like
the super hot Dorito.
The challenge, how you got to eat it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Do people like with the super hot? Do they still want to put it on something, or do they just go in for a spoonful?
Both. We have customers that like it and that love it enough that they, they're going to put it on their burger.
Okay, they just want their stuff to just.
Yeah.
They just want to enhance the flavor to be super spicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have people that just want to eat it with a cracker.
I'm just really intrigued by this. Really hot. Like I'm curious as to how hot this is.
It's pretty hot. When we have,
might get a jar of this.
Just to see how it
is. Or I'll put it on somebody else's. Like, maybe I'll put it in Deanna's charcuterie board. And just sit on the side and watch it for people's mouths.
Deanna,
no, that would be bad for your business. I wouldn't do that because people are like, what the hell is it? What are these things?
I'm allergic to peppers.
Yeah.
So, well, very cool. I'm excited. Let's, is there anything else that you wanted to tell us, or does that sum everything up? Or Ryan, do you have any other questions for her?
People smoke like a block of cream cheese with this stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we tell them, you don't even have to do that anymore. You can, of course, but just enhances the flavor, and the warmth of the cream cheese adds another dimension too. But, we just tell people we've done all the smoking for you, so you don't even have to,
That's cool.
do that if you don't want to necessarily.
Which is time consuming.
It is time consuming. Yeah, and we follow enough of those. We follow a lot of different smoking groups online and Facebook, and so I'm part of a cold smoking cheese group, and you wouldn't believe the fails that are on there. So, or you would maybe, but it's pretty entertaining.
Really?
So you don't have to go through the trial and error; it's already there.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, reach out to Erin at smokehousejellies.com, right?
Yep.
Or at Smokehouse Jellies on Facebook to get your order.
Yeah. Everybody go to Cordy Meats, get a couple pounds of hamburger.
Yeah.
Buy some of this jelly. Let's
I'm going to say get bacon too. Make a bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
There you go. That sounds great.
Yeah. Let's all test it out
And then
on
Should I
the
mention all the
podcast
flavors we
release.
have?
Yes.
Do you want
Yes.
to hear all the flavors? Okay. We have our blackberry habanero, which is this our most popular one. Then in our sample pack, I'll go through these first. We have our peach habanero, which is our OG. And then we've got our pineapple habanero, which is my personal favorite. I put that on everything. Salmon, shrimp, chicken wings. It's awesome on chicken wings. And then our strawberry habanero is our last one in our sample pack. That one's great on breakfast. So
That's what I was
bagels
gonna
and cream
ask.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, sandwiches like Monte Cristo sandwiches or hot ham and cheese sandwiches, anything like that's really great on. And then we've got
Just keep going. We're making notes here.
maybe there's going to be a restaurant that
We-
everything is designed around
Yeah.
the jellies.
I like it.
we would love to do that, Ryan and I would both love to.
So there's the 5 year. Figured out the 5 year plan. They just didn't want to say it.
Yeah, that's maybe a little later down the line, but yeah, that's one thing we'd love to do. But we have a raspberry habanero pepper jelly also. That's really great on pork shoulder, ribs. That one's my favorite on ribs. And I make raspberry brie bites around the holidays, just like little brie and crescent rolls, and put that over the top. And it's a fan favorite. I make it every year for Super Bowl, and everybody's like, "I'm so glad you brought this."
Does your guys' website have a list of recipes on how to use some of these things?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd
Yeah.
be really cool. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
You can
And then
really
you
look.
get really
I mean,
creative.
it seems like you can make something look really fancy with this,
Yeah.
just by adding it.
Yeah,
like it
just-
takes everybody else's boring stuff, like you said, elevates it, right? Elevate the next bite.
Elevate your next bite, yeah. Yep. And then our last flavor is our jalapeno, which is most like a normal like red pepper jelly that you'd find at the store, except everything's smoked. So it's just made with all real jalapenos. And we originally made that one. And I was a little reluctant to make it because I was like, oh man, we got something good here. We're going with the habaneros, and I don't want to mess with anything that we're doing. But we had enough customers want something just a bit milder, and a lot of customers really like the jalapeno flavor. The flavor of jalapeno peppers, I should say. So we started doing that. We made it completely different. So this is smooth, and it's not got any bits and pieces of the blackberries in it. It's all pureed, but the jalapeno is got the pieces of jalapeno. So you're gonna bite into a piece of jalapeno every time, which sounds spicy, but is actually the jalapeno is a less spicy pepper than the habanero. So, but that one's totally different too, and they're just fun. And I tell people all the time, just keep a couple bricks of cream cheese, a box of crackers, and then one of those jars on your shelf, and you've got a super crowd pleasing appetizer. So
Awesome. And to kind of wrap things up,
Yeah.
I think a cool challenge would be anybody that's used this to take a picture and post your favorite recipe, how you use it, in the comments.
I would
Good
love
call.
that. Yeah.
Just
call.
let's see
Yeah.
how other people use it too, and
Yeah.
get the juices flowing.
Yeah.
So.
That sounds great.
Well, Aaron, thank you so much for coming on. This was awesome to learn more about your guys' business.
Thank
Yeah, let's get
you.
this. Let's